In the past couple of weeks on my live stream called Live with Lone, we've been going over this map right here. This map was created by Urbano Monte in 1587. There's a lot to say about this map. Should we take it serious? Should we put it under science fiction, mythical maybe? And I got to get into that right now, but we will cover this in future videos. What we're going to take a look at today kind of goes hand in hand with what a lot of us people who are experiencing the Mandela effect have seen going on with the planet. We're seeing continents change shape, islands appear, islands disappear, names appear. The list goes on concerning geology and geography. Today we're going to take a look at Australia and how I feel through this map and another map that we're going to take a look at as well shows that Australia used to be a super continent, which it already is, by the way, but then branched off with incoming waters and just how the world's been changing. And a lot of people who are familiar with the Mandela effect and are experiencing it, you know what I'm talking about. So stay tuned, and I got a lot of information on Australia and New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. So peace. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the show. So before we get this party started, if you could kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like and comment after the video. And don't forget, we go live every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you very much. Peace! Alright, so before we start the main part of the show, I'm going to show you the clip during the live stream where I came across this information with you guys. It's pretty, I don't know, interesting just to see it happen, because as I came across this new idea of how and where Australia might have come from, it just happens live, and you can just see the excitement take place. I want to show you guys how fun live stream is. So check this clip out. Peace. All right, there's a giant something eating a tree. Nova Geneva or Guinea, New Guinea. That's New Guinea. Wait. Because Nova means new. So if that's New Guinea, where are these islands? And I thought this was New Guinea. This whole time I thought this was New Guinea up here. Yeah, I thought this was New Guinea up here. So let me go back here. Interesting. All right, guys. So it's telling me that this northern part of this giant chunk of a land is New Guinea. Wow. My brain is on fire right now. I'm going to go on a tiny rant. Just going to throw this out there. So let's turn on the world map. Now look at this. Okay, you got this giant piece of land right here. Now, if any of you have been following my channel for a long time, a lot of us agreed that Australia used to be much more further south or not so close to the equator. But since we've been put on this smaller planet, Australia's been put closer to the equator. Changes a lot of things. From my point of view, Australia is getting greener. Okay. Right here all along the coast. I'm not going to argue with the people who are from this planet. Okay. I totally agree with you guys. It's always been like that. Australia used to be a lot redder than what we see. So now if you connect Australia and you turn it this way, right? And then if you look at this whole area, so if we, including the blue stuff, right? And we bring it all together, right? Give or take. And now if you fill in all this blue stuff with land, because the light blue stuff, remember, is shallow water. Dark blue is deeper, light blue is shallow. Okay? But if you look in this whole circumference area that I just drew out, majority of this is shallow. A lot of islands are popping up. Okay? Look over here. Now, in this world, a lot of these are atolls. And what are atolls, ladies and gentlemen? They're islands that have sunk. Land that is sinking into the ocean. And we come out to the ridge here, and you'll see the coast is starting to form or disappear, whatever way you look at it. So now watch this, guys. So if you were to color, if all this becomes land, then you would have the top of this part being called New Guinea. See what I'm saying? And then I'm going to turn on the map. Now let's go back to this. Now let's pretend remember I said, let's pretend this is Australia, New Zealand, and all those nice pretty islands. And then you just engulf it all into one. The top part is going to be called New Guinea because that would be the top above Australia. I'll be looking at this map later on. Na, 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 na. All right, I'm going to show you a closer look at what I was trying to point out in the video. I took the time to just color out the areas that I feel are Australia, New Zealand, the tiny slew of islands, and New Guinea. All right, so this is the giant piece of land, the supercontinent, and this right here in orange would be, hold on there. I double clicked by accident. This right here would be Australia, give or take. This is not precise at all, obviously. So the orange is Australia, the purple will be New Zealand. The red will be the slew of islands that are above New Zealand. I'll show you those islands again in a moment. And the green will represent New Guinea. Okay. Now, guys, this is just all hypothetical. I'm just trying to figure out where Australia is on this map because it seems to have every other continent. And in this area where Australia should be is this massive green piece of land. And there should also be New Guinea and New Zealand, but we only see New Guinea typed up in here. So it's kind of weird what's going on. So I have a feeling that this supercontinent, something happened on this world at one point, and then all this water came in, and now you can see this part here in blue. I'll zoom in a bit more. All filled up with water, this whole area. You see this? Now, of course, guys, this is give or take, because when you here, I'll turn on the yellow again. Watch. Look where New Zealand is, and look at the size of it. And there would have to be a lot of shifting going on, and I believe there was. We see it now with the Mandela effect, at how fast things are moving, like land and islands are appearing, disappearing. You've seen me show you all the atolls in the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. Where are they coming from? So you take a look at this scale and this model and this theory, kind of makes sense a little bit. Okay, you've got this big giant land saying New Guinea, but yet New Guinea in our world is a tiny, well, it's a giant island, but compared to continents, it's a small island. So it's something to think about. Let me know what you think in the comment section below with this model here that you see. It's very weird that they've got the rest of the world pretty much marked off and looks the same as our present day world. Now I know there's a lot of areas here, like you can see in North America, looks really weird, but again, so does Australia, and we could kind of explain what happened here. Have the water inserted, boom, and separates all these lands and everything. So I'm just theorizing, guys. It makes a lot of sense what I'm trying to show here, but then I'd have to look into what happened with Canada. Now, when I showed you guys the video on the Georgian Bays, or the Carolina Bays, with that meteorite impact that might have happened, here, I'll just turn off this map, show you guys quickly what I mean. So you see this right here, there's a theory that this right here is a giant meteorite impact zone, or something happened in this area that caused all these circles that happen all over the continent. See all these circles? Boom. And they're all pointing in the same direction. These are called Carolina Bays. They're all over the East Coast here and on the West Coast, or in central Midwest, I'd say. And they all originate in the same direction. Okay, they all originate from here. So something happened in this world. And we're being lied to about our history. Now, look at this. I showed you guys this map here of Australia. Well, what I think happened here. Now I'm going to show you another map. Okay, now check this map out. I'm going to leave these colors on just to show you where it was on the other map. Now you can see, now this is a world globe map from 1693. Okay, I just moved the file over there. From 1693. And they're starting to map out Australia. And you can see up here that New Guinea is now getting its own, I don't know, island, its own little piece of land. But in this model, you're seeing here, now watch this. Remember what I said, that giant orange circle was, that I traced out, was on the old. See, it just encompasses all that. Look at this. That's a big difference. Okay, that's huge, you know. We're talking about 100 years. What happened from 1587 to 16? When was this again? Sorry. So many numbers here. 1693. So from 1587 to 1693, a little over 100 years. What happened where they became so precise all of a sudden? Of course, that's innovation in star tracking, but everything else, like, I mean, look over here. If they're so precise over there with Australia, how come they've got California over here as an island? You know what I mean? The map, I'm sorry, the map is loading up right here. It takes a long time. These maps have a lot of information. They're KMZ files, so they're blurry when I first click on them. Oh, there we go. Boom. But look, if they're so precise over there with Australia, how come they've got California as a whole single island? Okay? A lot to be said about these maps. But let's focus on Australia here. All of a sudden, within 100 years, they're all precise, and now New Guinea is its own thing, you know, and there's this big piece of water between New Guinea and Australia. It doesn't make sense with the old world, with that old map we saw. This one right here that I'm showing you. How could they be so off right here? You know, like, look right here, New Guinea, I just showed you. How could they miss this giant piece of water? You know, this giant water right here. All this is water. How? Okay, something happened, you know. Same with up here in Canada. So let me show you another map that they have here. This one's from 1790. And I'm still leaving the colors on to show you on the old map how things were. Boom. So 1790, this is 100 years after this map right here. Okay, so 100 years after they started getting Australia and New Guinea precise, we've got this map. And now they've totally mapped out Australia on its own. It's its own thing. You've got these slew of islands left over. Look at this, these tiny little islands. It's like water came in and just started filling up the land, and this is what it's left, the mountain peaks, or the peaks of, or the highest land peaks of what used to be here. Everything else is underwater. And now New Guinea, it's its own thing. Look at this. Nueva Guinea. Exactly. Nueva Holanda. It's not even named Australia in here. But there you go. Alright, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I showed you numerous maps showing you how Australia is, and now here it is, this beautiful piece of land. I love Red Rock. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because that hit me up on live, and I was just like, man, this is incredible, man. Like, as if had a brainstorm live, and I just want to show you guys what happens on live stream. Yeah. So let me show you guys what we're up to next week or next couple of weeks, because there is a lot going on this map. There's a lot going on this map. So we're going to do this live again this week, so stay tuned. I'm just trying to find the proper map again. There we go. So this week on Live with Lone, we're going to go over this map again because we found a lot of cool things. And I know we went through a lot of things already this week, but that other map you saw, the black and white one, we're going to look into that in a moment as well. This is for everybody that missed the live stream and didn't see the things that we covered. Oh, I have to let the map download. That's right. Hold on a sec. Alright, excuse me for that edit. I just had to let the map download. I didn't want to have all this dead air. So, for all of you who missed the live stream or haven't seen this map yet and you want to see more, I'm going to have another video coming out on these topics particular, but let's take a look what I'm talking about here. On this map, you see Tatari written all over where Russia is, you know? And there's even another interesting point. I was searching this map, I found Tatari written in North America. Boom. I don't speak Spanish. I got someone, or this is old Italian. I got some emails. People want to help me out. I'm going to be reaching out to you very shortly. Thank you very much for that. We're definitely going to help me out here. But right here, you could clearly see Tartari written out, and this is North America. So this is a worldwide thing. There's California right there, which is not an island on this map. Very weird. I'm also going to show you guys a griffin carrying an elephant. Now think about what is the power needed to carry an elephant. Okay, this is interesting. Very interesting map. A lot of information on here. I'm going to show it. When we went over this right here, Frisland, land that used to be there but is no longer there. This is located near where Iceland should be in Svalbard. But more on that. Also going to show you why some people call this map mythical and of fantasy is because it depicts centaurs. Okay, there were numerous centaurs. I'm going to show you that more in another video. This one here caught my attention as well, and I found it very weird. I was like, is that a monkey or some type of monkey holding a mirror? Is that a reflection? Okay, so we went over this live stream. It's pretty funny. These do look like primates of some sort, of like some kind of ape, monkey, gorilla type. And I have a feeling the travelers handed, you know, one of these animals. Because look, it's smart enough to look in the reflection and be like, wow, that's me. It has some form of intelligence, all right? So more on that in the video. We're going to look over that. And for everybody that's into unicorns, boom, alicorno. You tell me what that's about, all right? We got unicorns on this map. And my favorite so far up to date is this right here. The Cyclops. I can't believe this. This is crazy. Like, there's a Cyclops here on this map. And this would be Australia. And this area would be New Zealand. Alright, there's one more here I want to show you guys. And that would be this one. This was the weird one. And this is what it's called. And I'm going to do a quick edit here because I'm going to find the proper translation. But during the live stream, someone took the time to go live, like right when we were live, and translate this and put it in live chat. I couldn't believe it. So kudos to you. So here's what it means, and here's the edit. One sec. This is the video I did last Wednesday during Live with Lone, and we came across this right here, what I'm showing you now, and someone took the time to translate it during live, and this is what it says. And I'm just going to move the screen over. So big shout out to Simo, K thanks, BAN. Thank you very much. Big shout out, by the way. It says this: in this desert, you can find spirits that mock and deceive the travelers to make them lose their way. Picture of these two devil-looking creatures here, man. Look, hooves for feet. That looks like a tail. You know, funny arms. No real distinctive hand shapes, and just, you know, this right here. Sold. Evil spirits. All right. So once again, this translates to, give or take, all right, ladies and gentlemen. In this desert, you can find spirits that mock and deceive the travelers to make them lose their way. Incredible stuff, right? Just incredible. So thank you very much, Simo. Have yourself a great day. So there's a lot of interesting things going on this map here, and I'll just show you guys one more time before the video ends here. Boom. Boom. Bada boom, bada boom. Had a lot of fun putting this together for you guys, going over this with you guys on live. Thank you very much. And let me know what you think in the comments section below about what you see here and the translations. I've got a couple of people again offering their help. I will be reaching out to you very shortly. Thank you very much. But again, what's going on here with the land? Do you agree with what you see? Tell me your theory in the comment section below. I'll just turn this off here now. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to be going over in the next video here. I'm just closing some files. Bear with me for a sec. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, that one's off. This is the map we're going to go over in the next video that's coming up next. There's a lot of things on this map that are just as, I'll say eerie, okay? I'll use the word eerie. It just makes me scratch my head. And there's some things, sea creatures, land creatures. Again, the file's downloading. I can't show you right now, but it's very, very interesting what's going on. And like, again, it's showing you here that California is an island, whereas on the last map, the previous map, the map 100 years before this showed that California was not an island but part of the mainland. So something happened between the 100-year gap here, so stay tuned for that. We're going to cover this map exclusively. Big shout out to Simo, thank you very much for that translation. This map here that we were going over. I will leave a link in the description to where you can find this map and download it. It's called Ramondo Monte. I might have that name wrong, sorry. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. It's not, I'm not thinking clearly here, but it's there. So thank you very much. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and many more videos pertaining to the maps here that we're seeing. What's going on in the world today? There's big, beautiful Australia. Look at that. All right, so big shout out to Australia and all the Aussie viewers. All right, have yourselves a great day. Lone Eagle 112358. Peace. Catch you on the next shift.